visit, talk, Q&A. Nancy Brown, we want you to talk to her a little bit, but here, take it away, Liz.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm amazed at all the programs. Yes, we've been really close. There we go. I'm pretty amazed at all the programs that are in this building and all the space there are for all these activities for you and young people and everyone in between. I've only been your state senator since January 23, so I haven't met everybody yet. I have been a senator for 23 years, but my district didn't include Roosevelt Island. It was all Manhattan. And then we redistrict, I don't want to get into that, every 10 years. And so I got Roosevelt Island added to my district. It used to be Senator Jose Serrano. So you might have known, we call him Marco, but you might have known Senator Serrano, who is my dear friend and colleague. And he's still a senator, he just didn't have Roosevelt Island anymore in his district. It's now mine. I want to make sure everybody knows Audrey Tannen. She might have just walked out of the room. Audrey lives here. There you are. Audrey lives here on the island. Many people probably have met her over the years. But she's also the district manager for my Senate office. And she's an amazing, amazing person. She knows almost everything. That's what I've learned. And the fact that she lives right here on Roosevelt Island means that she can keep me updated on what's going on and the issues that people are bringing to our office, because she doesn't really have to come and learn them on occasion the way I do. She actually comes here for that every night.
The last Wednesday of the month. The last Wednesday of the month, you'll find Audrey in the lobby doing constituent hours.
And the last Wednesday of every month, you find Audrey. But also, I have noticed people just find Audrey on the street as she's coming and going, or in her own building as she's coming and going, or her husband, or her son. How long have you lived here, Audrey?
Yes.
How long have you lived in
Oh
Roosevelt
my
Island?
goodness, like 35 years.
35 years?
I know Paul Leonard, we were tenant workers together.
So it's a real advantage, I think, for me and for you that we have sort of a representative for you right here on Roosevelt Island. In the Senate, I am the chair of the Finance Committee of the Senate, which they tell me makes me very important. I'm not sure it does make me important. It means there's a lot of work for me. And it also means that I have to deal with the state budget and anything that involves money coming through legislation in the state. I always explain it's a lot of work, and people are always angry at you because, frankly, 9 out of 10 times you have to explain, no, we don't have enough money for that. So people think, oh, it must be a great job, and I take it as a very important job and a huge responsibility, but I also joke if someone else wants it, okay, because you do end up having a lot of people upset that there's not more funds available, not more money available. People complain their taxes are too high. I get it, but if we don't have tax revenue, we can't provide any kind of public services like good schools for our kids, police and fire protection, services for older New Yorkers, such as the meal program here, which is funded with government funds, and all the other programs here that have some level of government funds. I was really intrigued to visit your food pantry downstairs and talk to this wonderful woman who created the food pantry, and I was telling her, yes, you can applaud. Absolutely, let's applaud. And right away I asked her if any of the food that you get here comes from the New York City Food Bank, and she said yes. And so I said, well, you know, that was my first job in New York City in 1983. I was hired to start the food bank. And so I started the New York City Food Bank and worked there for quite a few years. It's now been the largest food bank in the country, I don't know, for decades. And what a food bank is a giant food warehouse that collects donated food and government paid for food to distribute to pantries, soup kitchens, senior meal programs, daycare programs, pretty much anyone feeding people without charging them money. And it's a terrific model. I believe I may be the only state senator who can drive a forklift and load and unload trucks in an emergency situation, although I haven't done it in a while. But when we started out and I didn't have enough staff to get everything done, a truck showed up with donated food, and the guy said, okay, who's gonna unload the tractor trailer? I say, I can, and get on the forklift. So you never know what kind of skills are gonna be important in life. I talk to members of the community frequently, and I know all about some of the concerns about leadership in RIA and the importance of getting you permanent, stable people to run RIA. And Audrey and I sort of update on RIA and on Roosevelt Island on a regular basis. So I'm happy to just take questions. We used to run senior meal programs in my organization also. So I learned really early in life, never get between someone and their food. So I don't want to interrupt the moving of the food to your tables. So you should feel free to keep doing what you need to do. Because really, politicians don't want to piss people off. And if I stop you from getting lunch, that's not a good thing. But I'm happy to answer questions if people have them for me. And I guess just raise your hand if you want me to call on you. Okay? See anyone? If not, what I can do is just walk around and say hello, table by table, and take questions that way. Does that work out? That works out. Okay, then I will just give back the microphone, and I'll just, oh, you have your hand up? Okay, I'll start at your table, and I'll work around. Okay? Thank you so much. And thank you for your amazing work.
And thank you, Liz, for coming. Really appreciate you taking the time to come and visit us. And I will say Liz is also going to the library, the youth center, so she's doing a full visit of Roosevelt Island today.
Yes.
So thank you for coming to Roosevelt Island.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I'll just slide right there. Oh, good. I will